Welcome back to The Social. Our next guest is the visionary behind Naagen, which is a progressive Indigenous dining experience located in Owen Sound.
And drawing from the land and waters around him, he forages local ingredients to craft dishes that offer more than just a meal. They tell a story rooted in culture, place, and season. Today, he's sharing a taste of spring with us. Please welcome Chef Zach Keeshig.
Yes, thank you very much.
We're delighted to have you here.
Yes, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
And Chef Zach, can we start off with some congratulations? You made the Canada's 100 Best Restaurant list, which is a huge, huge deal. How does that feel?
Well, I was very, very excited. You know, not only place number 9 on the best new list, but number 92 on the list overall.
Yeah. Wow.
Being able to put, Indigenous cuisine on the map of Canada and be one of the only Indigenous representatives at the actual event itself, and then being the only Indigenous person on the list, we're hoping to be able to inspire youth going forward and anybody else who wants to do this sort of stuff.
We love
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Can you tell us, Chef, what is the idea behind Naagen?
So Naagen is a progressive Indigenous cuisine. So we showcase things that we forage, we grow ourselves, we source locally, and then just these past few years, we've been very, very lucky to be able to start using wild shot game in our cooking.
Oh, wow.
So we showcase that throughout a 12-course tasting menu for 17 guests in our restaurant in Owen Sound.
Wow. 17, what an intimate experience.
Very intimate, yeah.
Oh, that's magical. So I think what's especially magical is what I'm seeing here before us, and I think, Mel, I can speak for both of us, we're ready to start tasting.
We are ready.
Yes.
Let's go.
So tell us about your first dish, and it's a traditional take on Banic.
On Banic, yes. So this first dish you see here is something, we call it gun, or something my grandmother would make. So when I was younger, my grandmother would make this Banic dough for us. She would roll it very, very thin, wrap in hot dogs, deep fry it, and then we would dip in ketchup and mustard. It's delicious. But as we started doing these tasting menus, we wanted to introduce people to this bread. So on the bottom, it's a Banic we make just before guests come. We fry it very quickly. There's some hung yogurt. We smoke some trout. There's a bit of New Brunswick caviar, and then we garnish it with a little bit of herbs that are just popping out of our garden right now.
It is spectacular.
And every single little component comes through right in this little guy.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes, good.
Delicious. What a great start. I understand you also chose to do non-alcoholic pairings on your menu. Now listen, I stopped drinking 3 years ago. I'm very happy about this, but a lot of people didn't stop drinking, and so why did you decide that was the way to go?
Well, I wanted to respect my culture. There's a big stigmatism about Indigenous people and alcohol.
Yep.
And being an Indigenous man myself and opening up an Indigenous restaurant, I didn't want to feed into that stigmatism. So I was very, very fortunate a few years ago to be able to do a stage at Pro Morissette in Jordan there, And they do a non-alcoholic program there. So I went there specifically to learn, how to make some juices, how to make kombucha, and things like that. Because I feel, alcohol or non-alcoholic drinks should be right up there with alcohol or non-alcoholic drinks, right?
Agreed, just as creative.
Well, we put so much time and effort into this stuff, it needs to be on the same sort of level.
Well, you've brought us a couple to try, so tell us about this first one, which is a tea.
This first one is a tea that we make. We actually make a very strong tea with a bunch of sugar. We set it with a SCOBY. And then later on, we strain it out, and then we've blended in a bit of sea buckthorn.
Wow. Okay,
Yes.
So wait, is this a type of kombucha, or what is this?
It is a type of kombucha. Like normally, because I made this on Thursday, normally we would let this sit for another few days just to get a little bit more carbonation in it. But it's pretty tasty the way it is right now.
Is it? This is gorgeous.
This is amazing.
Yeah, so this would pair with maybe a fish course or something that we would, because it has that high acid, right?
Love it. Let's move on to your second dish, which is made with bison. So why is that your protein of choice?
Over the last few years, I wanted to make a conscious, decision to start using more traditional ingredients that, our people were eating. We weren't eating chickens, we weren't eating pork, we were eating venison, eating deer, and then some Anishinaabe were eating bison. So we were very lucky to find a bison farm just outside of Owen Sound called Snowy Creek Bison. So on the bottom, it's a cracker that's been made with wild mushrooms we foraged last year.
It's so pretty. I don't want to eat it, but I will.
There's a ramp emulsion, the bison tartare, and then little herbs that we forage in the garden and out in the woods. Yeah, this is good, huh?
This is stunning.
Yes, thank you.
I wish we could share this with everybody. It's so good. Can you just talk to us again quickly about the base? I'm obsessed with mushrooms.
The base is these mushrooms over here. So we're lucky that around our area, there's tons of wild mushrooms that grow. So we pick these mushrooms in the peak season. We cut them up and we dehydrate them so they're really, really, kind of hard almost. And then later on this year, we're able to blend them, sift them through a fine sieve, make a cracker, or, we can add it to breads or tarts and things like that, to be able to have an umami kind of flavor.
Oh, that's wonderful, just wonderful.
I don't even know how you can get better than this, but we are going to end with a birch dessert.
Birch dessert.
So let's first talk about this gorgeous presentation.
Yeah, so with this dessert, we wanted,
Wow. Wow.
So,
Waterfall.
Yeah. So with this dessert, we really wanted you to feel like you were out in the woods, early in the morning, foraging mushrooms in the fog almost.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So this is it? This is it? Okay.
So on the bottom,
Tell us about it.
it's a sort of a tart that's been made with chaga. On top is a cremeux that's been made with something called rabbit tobacco. We have a praline, and then we have a little bit of wild flowers that are growing out in the wild right now that we just foraged.
This is spectacular.
Yes, thank you.
A quick question here. Rabbit tobacco?
Yes.
It's
So
not what I think it is.
No. It's not the tobacco.
No, rabbit smokes.
So this is something that we were able to get. You dehydrate it, but if you smell it, it almost has a slight vanilla smell to it.
Oh, wow, smell like caramel, too.
Yes, caramel almost. So our people, they would harvest this, they would make a tea out of it, they would chew on it before battle. So we wanted to use it in a culinary sense.
Yeah.
And to have that in a dish, and this is where we're at now.
Jeez.
Wow.
Come on.
Unbelievable.
So you're pairing our dessert with another drink. Will you tell us about it?
Yes. So not very many people know, or some do, but you can use dandelion root and chicory root almost as a coffee substitute. So what we've done, as you see here, we've harvested all of the dandelion roots. We treat it almost as if we were roasting, coffee beans. We roast them till they're black. We steep it. There's a bit of hazelnut milk in there. And then we sweeten it slightly with maple syrup that's from Nawash, from the reserve that I'm from.
Describe this. Can you describe this, Jess?
Ooh, it tastes like a wonderful treat. It tastes, but it has a woodsy.
Yeah. It's almost like I don't know. The cooks say it almost is like a cappuccino, like a nice,
yes.
Almost like that. Like you don't get that real dark bitterness from like you would coffee, but it almost has that same sort of flavor.
Yes, it does.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. This has
Good
been
job.
completely mind-blowing.
I appreciate it.
Phenomenal.
Thank you very much. Team Neglect. We appreciate it.
So different.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And delicious. All right, check it out. Naagen, congratulations again to you and all the staff.
Yes.
That is so huge.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.